Part 2, The Con Man Who Convinced Hundreds of People to Move to a Non-Existent Country. Part 1 is on my profile. In 1820, MacGregor visited the Mosquito Coast on the Gulf of Honduras, where he traded rum and jewelry for 8 million acres of land. This was all jungle, so it was beautiful but useless for livestock and crops. But MacGregor saw an amazing opportunity. He named it Poye and gave himself the title of Cazique, which is like a prince. This was not a kingdom or a country that was given to him. This was land that MacGregor bought. So he could use it, but he didn't rule over it. But London didn't know that. When he finally returned to England, news about his failures in Florida and Panama and beyond hadn't really made it far, so he was welcomed into high society. He was seen as a decorated general and a foreign prince. And when a massive guidebook was published about Poye by someone named Captain Thomas Strangeways, detailing a flourishing country with an opera house and a bank and a cathedral and 3 houses of parliament and amazing weather, people wanted to be part of it. MacGregor sold Poye land certificates to 500 people who saw this as an incredible investment opportunity. Some even spent their entire life savings on it, and hundreds more signed up to move there. People handed over their gold coins for worthless Poyesian dollar notes, and some of them were promised jobs and titles for royalty that never existed. When the first group of settlers arrived, they didn't find a city, they found a jungle. And they held out hope that this was some terrible mistake, that they hadn't just been deliberately robbed and left to die. But then the next group of settlers came, and it was clear that MacGregor and his affiliates were not sending help. And with the rainy season came malaria and yellow fever. And so, of the 250 people who moved to this fictitious country of Poye, 180 died, and fewer than 50 ever made it back home. Just before news about this reached England, MacGregor moved to France. When London newspapers started reporting on the horrors of the jungle, MacGregor threatened to sue for libel, saying that people he trusted had embezzled money from him, that he was the victim, that he had nothing to do with this. And he kept running this scheme for a decade. He was even put on trial for this and later acquitted. He retired to Venezuela, died at 58, and was buried with full military honors.